The issues discussed on the Roll Call Room podcast do not reflect the opinions of any specific agency and are the views of the host or guest only. Any persons discussed may be fictional for comedic purposes. This podcast is rated explicit and listener discretion is advised.
A lot of people say, "Oh, I just want to sort of." They're kind of dabbling in the idea of improving themselves. And the real way to do it is you got to write down what the fuck you want and then go after it. If you decide, I'm going to get down to bang, I'm going to do this. I'm going to run a marathon in less than 5 hours. I'm going to, whatever the fuck it is, you got to write that shit down and go for it. Well, my workout I schedule every Sunday. I schedule everything that I'm going to do during the week. I say I have to do yoga 2 times this week, I have to lift weights 3 times this week, I have to run twice this week, and however I fit that in, I fit that in, but I owe those things. And you don't need 2.5 hours. You can get a great workout in 40 minutes, and that's all you need for the whole day, 100%. Yes. This idea of time, like how much time did you put in today? Like you could work out in a bullshit manner for 2 hours and not get nearly as much done as you can for a half hour hard just running. Okay. So I have to get those things in. The only exceptions are injuries and sickness. I do everything that I can to put my body and my brain in a good place so that I'm keeping my engine smooth. I'm changing my oil, I'm changing my spark plugs, I'm making sure that it's operating. I mean, it's not going to be perfect, but I know that I've done my best to keep it working the best that it can. There's consequences that you pay to constantly seeking comfort and avoiding discomfort and avoiding hard work. And those consequences are you're never going to feel self-realized, you're never going to feel like you accomplished anything, you're never going to have this feeling of understanding that difficulty and struggle and the ability to push through that is a muscle, and you develop that muscle by doing it. And once you do, you develop a lot of self-satisfaction and you develop peace of mind, and you understand that you can overcome obstacles. If you don't have to overcome obstacles, you never know whether or not you can. Unless you are faced with actual adversity, you don't understand how you're going to feel and how you're going to react when you overcome that adversity. Things that are difficult, when you do these difficult things, you're stressing your mind, or I should say, not even stressing your mind, exercising your mind and exercising your body's ability to manage intense situations. It's hard. It's very difficult. It's very testing. And in doing so, you lessen the stress of regular life. The more stressful situations that I experience, the more I understand what they are and the more I can relax. But it's also like a matter of constantly being exposed to these stressful situations where there's not a long break in between doing stand-up or a long break in between martial arts training where to the point where anxiety can build up, and then once you get into it, it's almost an unusual situation instead of a usual one. What I tell people is the best advice that I've ever heard, the best advice I ever came up with, is that live your life like you're the hero in your movie. And right now is when the fucking movie starts and your life is a shitbag disaster. Pretend you are, right now, you're in the part of the movie that starts and it shows you as a fucking loser. And just decide not to be a loser anymore. Live your life like there's a documentary crew following you around and you are analyzing your own behavior. Do what you would want to do so that your kids one day would look back at it and see that documentary and look on it with pride, like, wow, my dad was a bad motherfucker. He really did what he had to do. Wow, my mom really got her shit together. I love a success story, but even more than a success story, I like a dude who fucks his life up and then gets it back together again story. Those are my favorite stories. And the way to do that, you gotta write shit down. You gotta think that you are the hero in your own fucking movie, and then you gotta sit down and you gotta write shit down. Write down what you need to do.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Roll Call Room podcast. And now, your hosts, Nick and Mike.
Bad boys, what you want, what you want, what you gonna do when Chevy John Brown come for you?
All right. Hey there, Michael. Oh, you mother. Son of a...
What's up, brah?
Why did you make that a thing? Now everybody
It's a
wants
thing
that
every time
friggin'
now.
time, man. Why?
It's good. It's great. Fucking love it.
Welcome, folks. Coming back from some powerful episodes. Breeze episode.
Yep.
The aftermath. I've never seen episode trend that high before. All the outpouring for Bree. Bree has been in contact with us. She's got some really cool things working now in the background. So we appreciate it. Some quick shout outs. We got Rocks for Leos, Heather, as always. Gigi.
Yes.
Chris, Ron, Steven, Nick from Georgia, Griff, Nathan, Brian. And I think that's it, Mike. I mean, the more we grow, there's more shout outs.
There's going to have to be a time we're not going to be able to do that anymore.
I don't think so.
Thank you. We love you.
Yeah. Hey, thanks everybody. So in studio, we are super, super excited. This has been a long time coming. We've been like gearing up for it. In studio, we have Elizabeth from Texas, and her boyfriend Drew is here. Welcome to the studio. You have been staying at my zoo, aka house, all
Ace
weekend.
Ventura over here.
Yeah.
Come to me, jungle animals.
It is like
your
a zoo,
puppy's
right?
so cute. Your Weimaraner.
That fucker.
Hey, I like the Weimaraner. I just love saying Weimaraner.
Oh, God. So, Mike, to celebrate them coming into town, we go out to dinner last night at Chewy's here in Northern Virginia. Great place. Love the place. I go there all the time. It was
Chewy's. Okay.
Chewy's. Went out
Good.
there with Elizabeth and Drew and my kids and the wife. And
I'm glad I was invited.
You wouldn't have come anyway, because it's food that's going to make you shit. So,
No, I wouldn't have came because I just don't go anywhere.
Yeah,
I would have said,
yeah,
I'll be there. Man.
yeah, that's what
You
he
should
does.
have
He's like,
gone
oh
and
yeah.
coffee.
Give me a text just before you go, and then you text him, and then he's like, oh, bro, you have no idea, bro.
Yeah, so you're at Chewy's.
So
Go
I'm
ahead.
at Chewy's, and the check comes, and we're all sitting there, and I had this coupon, and I'm like, hey, I get a free meal. So the waitress,
Wait a minute.
Really
What?
not. I
Where'd
used
you
the
get this coupon
all right?
from, bro?
My mom gave it to me. Shut the fuck up, all right?
That was your mom's coupon.
Nikki,
My
I
mom
got a
gets-
coupon
she's
here
always
for
giving
you.
me. She gives me coupons for Burger King. If you can't
Yeah, who
afford a
does
fucking
that?
Whopper, what is wrong with you? Like,
My mom gives
Buy
me-
one Big Mac, get one
yeah,
free.
she's like, yeah, buy one Whopper, get one free, or buy a large fry, get a Whopper for free. I'm like, Ma, it's $1.25. She's like, gotta save your pennies, Nikki. So we're there.
Oh, that's
The
funny.
waitress comes. I think all of us can agree that there was this waitress definitely be waitressing for a while. So she goes,
She was just really good.
yeah, let's go with that.
She was
She was a
fucking
nice
horrible.
lady.
You know what that translates to, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was.
You're savage with customer service, so you're
I am.
being nice.
We'll
Go
get
ahead.
there in a minute.
No,
Hold on.
stand down.
Stand by.
Stand down and stand by.
Stand by.
Go ahead.
Stand by.
So I'm like, I got this coupon. She's like, I'll mark it off that you guys didn't use it, but you're covered. And she walks away, and we're all sitting there, and we're like, we want the check. We want to go home. And like 15 minutes goes by, and I flag her down. I'm like, hey, the check. And she goes, I forgot to say that I was wearing my roll call room hoodie. And she comes over, and she's like, somebody saw your hoodie, and they're a fan, and they paid for your meal.
Damn. Holy shit.
Yeah. And it wasn't like a $50 bill. This thing got to have been like $150.
Damn.
So I
Love
asked
the
who it
tacos.
was. Yeah, I asked who it was. She didn't know it wasn't her table. But whoever you are, you're a fan of the show. You listen to this. I appreciate
That's
it.
awesome.
Elizabeth appreciates it. Drew appreciates it. My family appreciates it. Meant the world to us. Felt a little famous for a second. I was on cloud 9. I almost did. I wasn't going to lie.
He walked out with such a big smile on his face.
It felt good. It felt really
good. He was like, oh man, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Everyone that has a hoodie is going to be like, oh, I need a discount.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And now it's going to be like, I'll give you 50% off.
Yeah, exactly.
So, so whoever you are, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That meant the world.
Very cool. Very cool.
So, a couple other things. We hooked up with First Warrior Apparel. Nate, Jay, and Chris. We'll be doing something special with them. Mike and I are going to start doing video. We got some good news from the. We got some good news. Yeah, so we'll start doing some video. It won't be Mike and I undisguised, but we will be doing video. We're looking forward to that. We'll be wearing First Warrior Apparel. If you have not checked them out, go on Google dudes. And look them up. It's First Warrior Apparel. Their shit is nice. It's shit that I would actually wear. It's not like half the other law enforcement shit that's out there. I got your 6. I got your 6.
Yeah.
Stupid
Heroes live forever.
Heroes live forever.
It's got like what's that skull, babe? What's the skull called?
The Punisher skull.
The Punisher skull.
Yeah.
It's like all fucking big and huge, and every cop has it on the back of their lifted trucks, and they're all blacked out and shit. You know who
that's
all
what
you guys
they
are.
drive. That's what those guys drive. Is lifted
like
black trucks.
Yeah, lifted black trucks, all blacked out with their Punisher sticker with the thin blue line on it. Yeah, that doesn't scream. I'm a fucking cop.
I'm a warrior in a parking lot.
Yeah, for sure. That's great.
I'm a warrior.
Babe, don't tell anybody I'm a cop. It's dangerous for my life.
Exactly.
I knew you were one from a fucking parking lot, bro.
No shit.
So that's what I got, Mike. I got a couple of things we sent out on social media. We asked for good leadership stories, bad leadership stories. But before I get into that, right in our backyard, I'm not sure if you're aware of this. There was a Bel Air police chief that was suspended for domestic violence. Did you hear about that?
No. What's it about?
Ooh-wee, bro. I don't think he got arrested. He got served with a protective order. I'm handing Mike over the story right now. So this guy gets chokes allegedly. I know our attorney's going to redact it if I don't say that. Allegedly chokes out his son and gets served with a protective order. And I guess he gets suspended. And he decides that he is not going to have an internal investigation within the department on himself.
I wish I was that cool.
Okay.
You tracking?
Yeah,
So if their officers did that, what do you think would happen? It's outside. The incident occurred outside of Bel Air.
Okay.
And he will not have his internal investigations or another agency investigate him for internal misconduct because of that allegation.
But it's still criminal.
Correct.
So the outside agency is investigating it?
For the criminal aspect.
Oh, you're talking
administratively.
So at that point, what? The state steps in?
No, he's saying he's not having an investigation at all.
Once
he gets cleared,
I don't know if you can do that.
I don't think. The
city.
I pulled that off the internet from their union. That's what they're opposing. They're opposing him not being internally investigated. And I agree with them.
Yeah, I think
that's not leading from the front. Even the Chicago police commissioner or chief, before he resigned when he was drunk driving and got caught sleeping in his car, even he called for an internal investigation. But that was more to buy himself time before they fired his ass.
So he's been suspended?
He's been suspended.
By who?
Yeah. I think probably by I don't know what
the
they
county,
have there.
probably the county board,
something.
They're his bosses.
It's coming. He's
the elected officials.
Yeah, he's got one foot out the door and one on a banana peel.
See ya.
Yeah. That one struck me. Yeah, that one struck me because that's a prime example of not leading from the front. You know, if you're gonna stifle an internal investigation, good luck.
There's no accountability for your agency whatsoever.
That means he choked the shit out of that kid.
Yeah,
Mike. Fuck.
Oh, well, I mean,
I just got done saying
are we supposed to be
hypothetically
innocent until proven guilty or whatever? I mean,
for us?
Yeah,
For
no,
law
not for us. I mean,
No.
just say like the public. We're basically guilty until proven innocent.
But here's the thing:
but,
if that was one of his officers right now, what do you think would happen to that officer?
oh my God, he would just be. I mean, depending on the agency, suspended for sure.
Internal investigation.
Yeah, there'd be an internal investigation, be an IA investigation. There'd be a criminal investigation. Kid probably get taken away from the family. The dad would be going to jail. I mean, it would just be a nightmare.
But why is it why is it only good for the rank and file, but it's not good for the top dog?
That's a leadership issue that
Huge.
like, I mean, this is what got me on the podcast in the beginning was listening to all this, and shout out to my mom for bringing me to the podcast. So hi Mom, I love you. But yeah, it's just
now
a
she
huge
regrets it.
Yeah, I know she totally regrets it. She's like, oh my God, why are you on the podcast?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I just think it's a huge leadership issue that we're having across the board. It doesn't matter what agency you're from.
Yeah.
There's some level of leadership issues.
Yeah. And I think what strikes me, or what should happen with this particular incident, is obviously because he's been suspended, there's an acting chief of police right now. What should happen is that acting should step in and go, no, we are going to do an internal investigation.
Exactly.
We are going to do one. And that's the right thing to do, because even if you bring him back, that is going to ripple through.
It's not going to happen.
I don't think it's going to happen.
That would be shocking if they brought him back.
Bel Air? I don't know. But they're right outside of. That's where I met Heather from Rocks for Leos, like over there. It's far from us. But I just thought it was interesting because that's what's going on, and it's just a prime example of not leading from the front. So, what else do we have here?
Your beard is very nice.
Oh, it is. Yours is. I'm not gonna lie.
What?
You
Mine's
look
nice. Dude's coming in, bro.
No, you
What's
look
wrong
like
with
you
you?
just got released out of jail from a drunken public last night.
That's true.
It's like it's not fully
So
grown
fucking
in.
work in progress, man.
Yeah.
You know my shit's luxurious when it's on point, dude.
Babe, your mustache looks so
don't hate
good.
Yeah. Drew's mustache looks good too.
He looks so sexy when his facial hair is all grown and he hates it.
So there was some controversy going on about who curses the most on this show, Mike.
Yeah, and it's definitely you.
Okay, so a fan, Senta, she did. God bless you for having the patience to do this. She listened to Rookies 2, and she totaled the amount of curses that you said and I said.
Yeah, that's
and there are two people. Yeah, there's two people in this room that are not privy to the results. So who curses more, Elizabeth?
You got to give her the episode. Give her the episode.
Rookies 2.
Okay, Rookies 2.
It's fairly recent. You heard it.
Yeah, I heard it.
Give a ballpark on each one.
Yeah, how much do you think?
Wait, you got to give her how many times fucks was said? Fuck was said.
Fucks. It was fucks.
And bros?
Just fucks.
I thought she
just
did bros
did fucks.
too.
Dude, if I was still drinking, I would have been so fucking shit-faced by the time. The amount of times, sorry, Mom. The amount of times Mike says bro. Oh my God. But if we counted how many times Nick said buddy, be like, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy, hey buddy. I'd be fucking hammered.
Buddy.
And folks. That's the other one.
Yeah,
folks. All right, folks.
Shout out.
So how many fucks do you think Mike said in Rookies 2?
I think he has 0 fucks to give. That's how
This is
many
true.
fucks he threw out.
Yeah. What's your poison? What do you think?
got?
What do you think?
God.
Make it good. Make
Over
it good.
under 100.
Under 100. I think
Over under
But
50.
you got to
under
give an
50.
actual.
Okay.
Let's stay like in. Can I go like the mid 30s?
Okay. 30s.
For an hour? Okay.
Okay. And what about for
45-minute
me?
episode?
What about for me?
I'm thinking like 15.
15. I love it. All right.
I'm staying in this
And
house right now.
Drew, Mike, how many fucks?
In that 1 hour.
Yeah.
Baby.
He listens to the show too, so he knows.
Not as much as I do. He listens to it while like he's in the car with me. Sorry, am I too loud?
Yeah,
No, you're good. You're good.
Shouting.
I
Okay.
adjust. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm just really obnoxious.
No, you're good.
Okay.
What do you got? Over under 100.
Under 100.
Over under 50.
Just under 50. Mid 40s.
All right.
40s. Okay.
Not bad.
And Nick,
Oh,
I don't curse a lot.
Shut.
that's a,
Shut up.
10.
10?
I'd say probably 26.
26.
You lose
Wow,
your
that's a
sound?
pretty exact.
She lost her sound. You
You lost
turned
your
her
sound.
down. Fucking guy.
How about now? You good?
I better now.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So drum roll. Here are the results. Okay. Mike said fuck you or fuck. Sorry, fuck. Not fuck you. That's on duty. Fuck 98 times to Nick's 52 times.
Dude.
Yeah. I am
You're welcome.
Really
Hey, what's your
The
guys'
fuck is this,
department
Uncut
policy
Gems?
on
cursing.
cursing?
Oh, we'll get to that.
Okay.
Aftermath episode. And this caused some controversy because this was supposed to be a curse-free episode. And Bree just fouled up that episode.
Yeah, she messed it up.
She cursed a lot.
Good, give him to him, bro. I
Okay.
did great. Let him hear it.
Fuck you.
Yeah, that's right.
Mike said 1 F-bomb.
Yeah, that's right.
To my 4 F-bombs.
Yeah,
to Bree's 3 F-bombs. So Bree beat me by 1 fucking F-bomb, bro.
You said fucking F-bomb.
So upset about that. So Senta, thank you so much for doing that. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I appreciate that. So we got a lot of
amazing.
You're an asshole.
I want to like now, like, all right. So how many times fucks? Like, how much of the episode is it? 5 minutes worth of F-bombs or 10 collectively? You know what I mean?
She even went
Like,
a
I'd be
step
curious.
further, and
she did like tallies and everything. Like,
dude,
she wrote a book.
She
and
wrote
everything.
it what minute? Like at minute 6:23.
Yeah, but 15-minute increments.
It was crazy. She did a good job on this. Thank you
know
so
what would
much.
have been really cool is if she cut like the episode apart and took all the fucks and made it into
I tried
one
doing that.
episode.
I tried doing
bro.
that. I did that with
It was like
bro.
8 minutes long.
And it was 8 minutes
bro,
wrong, and
bro.
all you hear is bro.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it anymore.
ridiculous.
So we titled this episode Different Uniform, Same BS. I got a lot of messages from folks that do lateral transfers and folks that are not in law enforcement. Lateral is when you jump ship from one agency and you go to another agency. That's called a lateral transfer.
The grass isn't always
the
greener.
grass, and that's the number one thing. The grass is never greener on the other side. And we get in our agency recently, I got pulled up into a commander's office last week. And this commander actually brought up a very good point. They listened to the show, and they brought up a very good point, which is that our podcast with the platform that we have, Mike is looking at a naked
We're
fireman.
getting so many gifts.
calendar.
I'm sorry to cut you
That's
off.
From, that's from Tia from Resting Mom Face.
I'm like, what the? Why is it on my
There's
desk?
a koala in there.
She sent you a fireman naked calendar.
They're not. First of all, they're
naked,
not
dude.
It's
naked. They're
almost-
shirtless,
it's
and there's
might as well
koalas
be.
in there.
What's interesting is they're not sleeping in any of those pictures.
Oh,
Just saying. So this commander asked us to see me, and the commander brought up a very good point, which is that recruitment is at an all-time low in law enforcement. We get that.
Shocker.
And we don't want to give off the impression that this profession is not a good profession and you should steer clear of it. That's not what the message is. So with that caveat, I do agree with that. But the flip side to it is that what you need to realize is that this podcast, and I'm speaking to this particular commander, and this is nothing that I didn't tell him in his office. This is not specific to the agency that we work in, and that's why the title of this podcast episode is important, because this podcast is now at 24,000 listeners. And I can tell you from the massive amount of emails that I have sitting in front of me, there are people from Canada, Ireland, Texas, Oregon, Arkansas, all these different places, and they all send me the same stuff. There's a Steve at every agency. There's a Steve bag in every agency. Yeah, and there's a Stevia's all in different agencies. So the message about poor leadership is not it's not directed specifically at our agency. I'm sure Elizabeth can speak volumes about her agency in Texas, how this stuff relates to them. The not leading from the front, the poisonous work environment, the hostile work environment, the vindictiveness, the backdooring, all that stuff it doesn't matter what patch you're wearing.
This conversation was to bring people to law enforcement, bro. You started there and you dwindled backwards.
Well,
you were like, yeah, this is a good profession. And a tidal wave of shit.
Yeah.
Well, I
Bro,
think
what
he's
the
trying to say
fuck
there's an
happened there?
opportunity for change.
There totally is. And I
The
think,
real you came out and
I think
explaining it.
I think the fear is that new people that are aspiring to be in
They're
law
going to do it
enforcement-
because they want to be in it, bro. They're going to
Correct.
come in it because they want to do it, just like all of us have.
See,
Period.
but I see a lot of people now in my department that come in. They're like, "Oh, I needed a job. I just,
Yeah,
Like they needed a good job
Just got out of
and-
college. I'm going to try this out and see what's up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
typical.
My master's degree in Russian literature, I can't get a job in, so I'll just become a cop.
Yeah.
But I get where this commander was coming from. I think the fear is that when you expose things that are going on, deficiencies in our profession, it may scare people away. But my thought process about that is, if this scares you away, this isn't the profession for you.
I think it comes down to
But then
the reason why the podcast is born is because people have this misconception that law enforcement's like this big thing up here. And then that's what like they put it at on this fucking pinnacle.
Yes.
And then when you come in, you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like these
Your
guys have
expectations are
integrity
too high.
issues.
Exactly.
They're backstabbing each other.
Yeah.
They're slitting each other's throat for promotional processes
Oh my
and
God.
spots.
I'm gonna.
And then hold on. No.
I'm
Don't
not
go
God
anywhere.
forbid someone gets a better schedule than
Exactly.
you. Holy shit.
And they're like, fucking Chris Kylan, R.I.P. bro. Today, right?
Yeah, today's his anniversary.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Fucking they're sniping motherfuckers from across the agency. You know what I'm saying? And it's
You
like,
motherfucker.
no, this is factual, bro.
I
This
know
is
it is,
factual.
but I know
So look at me when I'm
not
fucking
looking
talking.
at you. You know, this is a sensitive topic with
I'm
me.
looking at him.
and they we're just cutting that wave in half for them and give them that reality strike. There's like, this is how it is.
Mhm.
Sign up. It's a noble profession. Yes,
Mhm.
people pay the ultimate sacrifice out here every day.
Mhm.
Do it because you want to do it,
Mhm.
but it ain't what you think it is when you come in the door.
Yeah.
And that's what it
Exactly.
comes down to.
And
So
I think also
it is what it is.
I think if you sell people a bag of goods, like you can create a family environment when they get hired. But the bottom line is they're going to see the truth once they get on.
Yeah.
And I think when you paint a false picture,
You're just as full of shit as everybody else.
the
bro.
interesting part is later on that night, I'm sitting reading directives and case law in a parking lot late at night. And
Really? You?
and so I was reading.
Roll call room stats. Go ahead.
And this cruiser pulls up, and it's a field trainer with a new officer that just started that night.
Yeah.
And he pulls up. Yeah, it was really adorable. And
Rookie B.
he
Go
rolls
ahead.
down the window, and he's like, and this is my boy Ali, like he's a good dude. He's like, he rolls down the window, and he's got the recruit in the passenger seat, and he's like, do you know who this is? And the recruit's like, no, I don't know who this is. And he's like, this is Nick from Nick and Mike. And he's like, holy shit, I listened to that show. Like,
Sir, it's so nice to meet you.
yeah.
Sir.
They're
So
listening.
random.
They're listening. The younger generation of officers are doing their research way before they're coming.
Oh, they're
into an
hearing about it at the
They're hearing
academy.
about it.
Everyone's talking about it. I mean, I had a guy for the
Especially
last
that
2
throw-up
days.
story.
I heard, we're going to get into shit stories in a minute because now everyone feels that they need to discuss their bowel movements with me and how they almost shit their fucking pants on duty. It's like a thing now. Hey, I almost shit my pants.
Some officers sent me a
Working a
message.
movie theater detail and fucking shit myself.
Some
I
officers,
had to go home.
some
I'm like,
officers,
wow, amazing.
Some officers sent me TMI. They sent me a picture of
Oh,
them.
come on.
Wait, it gets bad. They sent me a picture of them taking a shit, not them taking a shit, but their pants pulled down and their cell phone in like where their underwear is
gosh.
with our show playing. And they were like,
okay.
I got a Chipotle shit and I'm listening to your fucking podcast. Love it. And I sent back, I appreciate that, but we could refrain from doing like getting pictures like that. Thank
There
you
was
so
like
much.
an Instagram story thing that people were doing that.
What, taking shit pictures?
Yeah.
And as we're talking about it, my stomach is on fire right
Good.
now.
Is
Good.
that from Chewy's last
Good.
night?
I think it is. I think it's hitting.
Either that or the mac and cheese.
I think it was. the mac
Dude,
and
I'm
cheese.
telling you. So I had a rookie for the last 2 days and he doesn't talk.
What?
Yeah, he doesn't talk. And he
That's-
listens to the show. He doesn't say shit.
Is he scared of it? Is he
No,
embarrassed?
I
by
was
it?
like, so we had court and then I'm talking to him like, this is this is that. This is where this is our calibration sheets, whatever.
Was it your court date?
Yeah, it's mine.
So it was like 10 minutes.
Actually,
Be honest.
wait, no.
You
It
can't
wasn't
lie in
10
this
minutes,
room.
but I'm trying to, because I know that there's people taking notes on our podcast.
They're
People
transcribing.
with rank are transcribing.
Somebody
this.
from II told
So
me
I'm
to tell you
trying
to slow
to-
down. They can't transcribe fast enough.
I'm trying to let me think about this here. Hold on, dude. So
I put
court,
you in a bad
court
spot.
for me now is it's comical when I go to court.
Do you really want to go down this road?
Wait, what? do you mean?
It's comical in a sense that there's no justice served ever, even in the court. It's like
We have fans at the CA's office.
I'm saying not
Please.
them. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
like
Oh, the
the
judges?
case depending. Yeah, the case is depending on what's heard, and it's just the people's excuses for not, it's like before they would never entertain these people, like guilty, not guilty, no contest.
I get what you're saying.
And they're like, not guilty.
They fall for it now.
And then the judges are like, so it's hilarious. I'm like, really, bro? Like, really? This chick almost hit a cruiser head on. It was another officer up there testifying, like, 2-lane road. She swerved in her. She blew her air horn at the lady. And the lady was like, back at a marked car.
What?
On nights. And then like,
fuck you. Boom.
Yeah, exactly. And then does it to like 2 more cars. And then the cops, like, the female officer gets behind her and lights her. Is like, what are you doing? Oh, I got to find a bathroom. Like, I'm new. I don't know where I'm going. It's like, but on the other side of the road. And the judge is like, I can see that.
What?
Yeah, bro. Yes. It's like, come on.
Are you fucking kidding?
It's comical.
Wow.
So anyways, I got this rookie with me, and all he does is dip.
Oh,
he just dips. He dips.
like
he doesn't say anything. And I'm like, man, this isn't gonna work, bro.
Your
Like, you need
dip.
Yeah,
why
we
not?
don't have a policy
You
against.
just can't smoke in uniform.
Can't
Is
smoke
our
in uniform.
policy?
No, but like even like unwritten, like that was wow.
Yeah.
No, he's
Did he warm up
Untraining?
finally?
nah. He's just a quiet guy. Like, that's just his personality.
Is he
He's
quiet,
cool.
or is he like he's
I mean,
shy?
in the beginning, I was like, do I need to pat this guy down and see if he has a recorder?
Oh, you thought he
Why
was
are
a
you
plant?
planted here?
He's a
What are you
plant.
doing in
You
my
think
car?
he was like I.
When he got- when he
Why
got-
are you assigned to me?
When he got in the car, did he go, hey, you should probably call Nick
No.
from the rollcallroom.com, put it on speaker?
Exactly. I was
Just
like-
talk about your
I was
guys
like,
day.
Just lets you do all the talking.
Yeah, that's
You'll say something
that's
eventually.
It. I was like all day long, bro. That's what I'm saying. He's just like
recording your
leaning
ass.
into me. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Yo, bro, back up. Why are you so close to me?
Does he get out? Does he like put his chest?
Yeah, that's exactly.
Talk to my pocket right here.
I'm like, I didn't know. When did we get body cams? He's like, don't worry about it.
Has he asked you to talk slower?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like,
Hey, could you? Can
he's
you
like
talk a
talking
little-
into his sleeve and shit. I'm like, who you talking to over there, bro?
Does he get all excited when you're like, I got to call Nick real quick?
Yeah.
He's like, oh
Yeah,
shit!
I got out of the car. No, I was like, dude, seriously, I was like, bro, you're gonna have to talk. I'm like, he's
I couldn't
like,
do that.
"Alright,
I had a
alright."
recruit like that too. It was really
I was
uncomfortable.
like, this isn't gonna work. Man.
Real
You got to
uncomfortable.
talk. You got to
Yeah.
use your words, big boy.
Have
Let's
you
go.
tested them with subject stops yet? Oh no, they're in there.
No,
they're in their baby stage
like,
right now.
yeah, they have.
He's
the
probably
new-
just his head spinning.
Yeah,
no,
but
I know.
you gotta-
know.
but you got to identify whether or not that's a he's just intimidated by you, or he has a deep problem with talking to people, and that's through
Oh,
seeing about subject
That's
stops.
true. Yeah.
Because if he can't talk to people,
You're
this is
fucked.
definitely the job for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah,
But
you don't need to
anyway.
talk to people in this profession.
No.
So, anyways, yeah, he's just super quiet. He'll be fine. But
Did
it
he
was
need
just
an
interesting.
autograph poster?
No, I asked him. I was like, "You listen to podcasts?" And he's like, "Yeah, I listen to your podcast, bro."
They told us
and
not
I was
to.
like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "Yeah, it's good."
Yeah, they told us
That
not
was
to.
it. That's like it.
They
I'm
told
like,
us not to.
I like
Yeah?
him, right to the point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just that's
My
it,
kind
man.
of guy.
No
It's
feedback.
just like
Sounds like Andrew.
he drives
Yeah.
this fucking badass, brand new like 2020 Charger RT,
Of
like
course
all
he
blacked
does.
out, murdered out.
That'll be gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuck-
Yeah.
That'll be gone in a
It's
year.
nice as hell.
Yeah,
I was like,
when he gets his first
fucking
couple of paychecks,
single
and he's
guys.
like, oh shit, I can't afford this anymore. Yeah, I drove
Yeah.
a BMW when I first started.
I asked him
in
how
here.
much he paid
Did
for
you
it.
really?
Yeah, I drove a BMW when I first got hired
Seriously?
here. Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
gosh. I
I
didn't
make
buy a
real
new
money.
car.
This guy's got a fucking next used auto outlet. This guy has like
Yeah.
100
I
cars.
buy like a-
He
I
I
buys a new
drove
car
his
every
car
year.
yesterday. It was
He buys a
cool.
new car every year.
Yeah, we're gonna get into
He had a
that.
Navigator. Then
Oh,
he had
you're
the
fine.
Beamer.
Calm down. I did
I'll
not. It
let
was
you
not
borrow my
excessive.
car.
Yeah, it was. I did not have excessive braking. Relax.
We're almost there.
We're almost there, bud. Oh my god.
But yeah, he told me how much he paid for that Challenger. He
much
said he
was it?
ordered it
How much was it?
Oh, shit.
47,000.
Come on.
He spent $47,000 on a Charger.
Challenger.
Babe, no, a Challenger,
What?
whatever. Not
Yeah,
happening.
that's insane.
I was like,
What's he paying
what
on
the
interest?
fuck? I don't know. I didn't ask. It was like
$26,000.
$20,000 car note.
Like 20%.
Man, that 50 grand a year is going far.
So great.
You're gonna marry the first fat chick he matches with on Tinder too.
Yes, indeed.
Babe, oh my God.
We call them BGs, big girls. Leave them
Oh my
alone.
god, that is terrible.
Oh yes.
All right, folks, we're gonna take our
First break. Turn that up, bro.
Hey, Mike, super excited about finally being able to tell our fans about our nonprofit.
Yep.
Super awesome.
It's been long overdue. So if you guys know, with all your support, like we said before, you guys are the fuel to our fire. We decided to take it up a notch and take it to another level on a national, more larger grand scale. And we created the Araya Guardian Foundation Incorporated, TAGFINC, tagthink.com. We need you guys to get out here and like and share and like, spread, donate, contribute, so we could take this thing to the next level. We have some major plans for this nonprofit, and it's going to blow you guys away.
Yeah. We're super excited about it, folks. On your radio right now, take a look. That's the website. Log on to it. Spread it on all social media outlets. We'll be divulging some really, really cool things that we're going to be doing with the nonprofit. We appreciate all you guys out there. Take care of each other, all right?
Fuck yes, dude.
Yeah. All right.
Ooh. Fuck yeah, bruh. You don't even know about this song, Nicky Ruggs.
What are you talking about? I used the tattoo to this song, bro. Come on.
They played this
Come
in
on.
our academy.
Did they?
Yeah, they did. They played
What were
this in
you,
our
like
academy.
3 when it came out?
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Probably. Not
Yeah,
gonna lie.
3.
Man, she's a baby.
I
What?
baby. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. How old do you think I am?
I don't know.
Guess.
12? No,
Fuck you, dude. Fuck you.
19.
No, man. I'm almost 30, bro.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, well,
yeah.
I mean, he's like legit almost 30, but I'm 26. I know.
Baby.
So much youth in the room.
Nick's like 50.
No, he's not.
Just kidding.
I thought he was like 32.
What
So, so Mike,
Yeah. All right. Different uniform, same BS.
yeah, I forgot to tell you that TM from our last episode
Uh-huh.
liked your name that you gave him, Walking Breacher.
Oh, yeah?
And he said to me, why don't you tell Mike the story about when we went to help you with when you were working for the task force and we went to go break open a door for a warrant
Uh-huh.
and I couldn't get the door open with the breaching kit, like with the ram.
Who couldn't breathe? He couldn't breathe?
I couldn't.
When?
You don't remember we were out of the apartment and I'm hitting the door. I hit it like 25 times.
Which one?
There was a girl, I don't know if it's the statute of limitations.
Yeah,
number.
well, I mean...
You know the girl that hid underneath the bed and you were dragged her out?
Okay.
You remember that one?
No.
See, you were in beast mode back then. You don't
I
even
know, I
remember when you were
remember.
a beast.
I don't remember, bro.
Well, anyway, we broke the
Anyways,
door
uh-huh.
open finally and we couldn't find her. You were looking for this girl. Like she was like gang.
Oh, yes.
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 And she hid underneath the bed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she almost got tased in the face.
Yes. Yes. She said the reason why I didn't answer the door was because I was
remember.
taking a shit.
Yeah, that's
Under the
right.
bed.
That's right. Oh, man, I forgot about
Yeah.
that.
So TM.
Yeah, she almost got tased in the face. I
yeah.
remember that.
Oops.
that was
I
good
remember
stuff.
that.
That was good
Holy
stuff.
shit.
That was good. He told me to
Yeah.
mention that. So
Forgot about that. It's good times, man.
yeah.
Good
So
times.
same BS, different uniform.
Yeah, buddy.
We know a lot of people that have laterally transferred.
Yeah, I mean, there's, I think it's, you got your people, and depending on your jurisdictions, like we said before, you have your corrections guys,
Mm-hmm.
Or deputies that do corrections. Some
Mhm.
jurisdictions do both, or they work the road.
Yeah.
People don't understand that when you work for a sheriff's office, you're at the pleasure of the sheriff.
Yeah.
So the sheriff can come in and fire everybody at any given time, or
Yeah.
fire whoever he wants. And then I guess every election year, election season, they have to get sworn back in
Mm-hmm.
as a whole. So if people don't understand that with the sheriff's office, that's what's going on with that. I mean, I think only the small towns, they clean house that much.
Yeah. I don't
think
they
on the
don't do that
larger
with
side.
ours.
Yeah, I don't
They
don't
don't
think
do
they
that.
do
not
that
a
on.
larger
How about
side.
No.
yours? No.
No.
Well, I mean, our last sheriff
in
he had,
Texas.
had quite a few people underneath him, like brass wise. And when the new sheriff came in, he just took out like the top 10, 15
I could see
people.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they normally do
It was
that.
crazy.
Sometimes that's needed though.
Like the
overnight.
undersheriffs and the captains, they'll get rid of
but
them.
you know what? Those guys were great people. I grew up with like some of those guys. Like their son, one of their sons was in my academy class. Dude is a great guy, but he had different.
Yeah.
He had a different mindset.
He brought in his own people.
Mhm.
Yeah, he brought in his own people, and our sheriff to the point where like our sheriff doesn't even like take the elevator with the common people.
Whoa.
Really?
Yeah.
It's
real
fucking
dumb. And he's
common
supposed to be
people.
so like pro for his people and stuff like that. I
Do you
don't
think
know.
maybe it's because he has gas?
Come on, stop, bro. It's
He
probably
might.
he's probably just too cowardly.
No,
to
like
look
if you're
them in the
gassy,
face,
you don't want to take an
'cause
elevator.
everyone
with
knows
people.
that he's a clown.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain people that really do love him. Like our line guys really like him
Yeah.
because they change the uniforms and stuff like that. But up top, there's a lot of like our brass is really scared of him because he took like one of his right hand people and overnight just fucking said, "Peace out, bye."
It's corrupt. I know some guys that worked at the sheriff's office, and if they didn't put money towards the sheriff's reelection campaign, then they were fired.
What?
Yeah, bro, it's corrupt.
I know
It's corrupt.
I know of this agency that
Or if they go against the opposing sheriff, the one running against them,
and then
they'll
they
get rid of
elected?
them. Yep.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I know of this one agency where this chief came in and just completely cleaned house and demoted a whole bunch of fucking people. And it didn't go over very well. But it
really,
was
bro?
It was a necessity.
A bare necessity. Do. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. It was a department in
I don't know. I think
Pick
I
a
heard it in
fucking
Schmaryland. I think it was in
fucking state.
Schmaryland. It was in Schmaryland.
Yeah, sure.
I heard about it.
Let's go in Maryland.
Yeah.
This chief came in and just fucking all
Yeah, I
4 or
heard,
5
man.
of them.
I heard that the officers they loved it. I think it was long overdue.
Did they?
Yeah, that's what I heard, man.
I heard there was a recent promotional process too.
For your agency?
In this agency.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, so
where were we going?
so
I got an email from this officer in Ireland.
Oh yeah, I saw that. You sent
Did
that
you see
to
that?
me, man. That's awesome.
Hey, buddy in Ireland. Good
Yeah.
luck on graduating the academy.
Yes,
and, we're happy.
enjoy.
Please spread the word in Ireland because Mike and I would love
Like
to
and
go
share,
there for
share
vacation.
and like. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll go out to Ireland.
Fuck yeah.
What about me?
We can all go.
Just
What are they?
Just bring back a leprechaun.
Let's do it, dude.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Fucking kidnap them.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah, you're not a permanent staple in this podcast unless you have an email.
Bobby's
address.
got to go first.
Yeah, that's true.
What?
Bobby's got to go. Bobby's got to go.
He's
And then
I'm probably
Natasha's
more
got to
Irish.
go.
yeah.
Dan from Ohio's got to go.
Bree.
Bree's got to. Sorry,
Dude, I flew so far.
this is true.
Elizabeth, you're
All right.
kind of.
All right, this
All
is
right.
true.
Flew.
Sorry, Dan from Ohio. You-
I
He's
flew.
been calling me now. He's like, bro, we gotta do politics and policing part 2. I'm coming back down. I'm like,
Yeah,
I got
we
you,
got it.
bro.
Did
I
he
got you.
drive or did he fly?
Well, he drove
He drove, but
He
it was
drove.
like 7 hours.
the speed limit.
Okay,
Yeah,
that was
7
like
hours.
my flight,
That's true. That is true.
and I flew.
That is true.
You didn't get the coronavirus. Good for you.
I just got over the coronavirus.
No,
Hey, can
dude.
we agree to just call that the Kung Flu?
Yes, Kung Flu done, voted and
Oh
done.
my god,
Yes,
true. Jeez.
Baby,
I was on the call the other day, and it's like, hey, this guy's like, I got this autoimmune disease, and I was like,
Did you
don't
take
tell me you
10
got the
steps back?
coronavirus, dude. And the
laugh?
rookie lost it.
Did he?
And the guy's like, the what? And I was like, coronavirus. He's like, no, I'm not Chinese.
Oh,
I was,
oh my god.
I'm like, okay, all right.
Jeez, that's like people that are making Kobe jokes, which are highly.
Come on, don't
inappropriate.
do that.
It's
It's fucked up.
inappropriate. It's
Who's doing
inappropriate.
that?
I don't know, dude. I don't care for it very much.
Don't do that.
It's all in bad taste.
Stop. Just keep going. Don't even go over it. Don't.
I just
Don't.
think it's bad.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
So let's stick the landing and kind of go into another direction.
So anyway, so you have your people that work in the courthouse. What else? What else, bro? You got your people that do courthouse security, and then You're a fucking piece of shit, dude.
He's like so red
You
right
see this
now.
guy, dude?
He's so
Good.
red.
Good. I hope you shit from laughing so hard. This guy.
He looks like he's gonna cry.
He is crying. He's crying.
It's just a little foggy for him right now.
Oh my gosh,
Baby.
bro. You guys are fucking savages.
You should have heard them the first night he came in, because he came in later than I did. And like immediately they like were like connected. They started talking about Kobe and
Hold
like
on.
Yeah.
My
The
daughter just texted me that she's at the supermarket.
What?
Kobe beef is on sale.
Oh my gosh, bro.
what is it, like 50% off right now?
Stop, dude. What's wrong with you? You motherfuckers are bad. Holy shit. Drew, stop.
Yeah.
He's looking for more ammo. Stop.
Okay, all right. I'm
Don't.
You take
No.
yours well done.
Oh my gosh. What the fuck? A fucking Marine, of course. The worst.
Man, he's so
my
bad.
kidneys hurt.
I didn't make any fucking Chris Kyle comments.
Oh,
But-
shit, son.
Yeah, for me and the rest.
Legend, bro. Legend. Come on. Stop.
No.
Don't do
Don't
it, bro.
you do it. Don't
Don't
you
do
do
it.
it.
I'm
Tell
just
him the
saying.
truth, please.
Don't
Please
do
tell
it.
him the truth
Just saying sorry.
Just
saying sorry.
in advance.
if it's
though.
Where
one
are
thing-
we going with this episode?
I
bro?
don't know.
If it's one thing Marines are good at, is just I mean, puppies, presidents, and Navy SEAls. Come on, we kill them all.
Oh my god.
Anyway,
this is going to be the one. This is going to
the
be
episode.
This is the episode.
This is it.
This is
This
the
is what is it like? What did we say then? With Denzel Washington, dude, when he was a dope dealer.
fucking
Shit.
American Gangster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where they had like the board up. That's us.
Yes.
And they have like leaders 1, leaders 2 on the fucking cork board. And
It's
they
like-
got our pictures up.
it's
And they're
kinda
like, done. They put an X on our face.
It's kind of like when
they
they
print
were
out the indictment.
when they were going after Gotti, and every time they would like get something, they would be like, it's not enough. And then finally they got Sammy the Bull to roll on him. That's this episode.
oh
This is
my
our Sammy the
gosh.
Bull
'Cause of
Gravano
Drew.
episode. Yeah, because of Drew.
Drew got us.
I don't approve of his Kobe jokes at all. I think it's terrible. Hey, Mike, I forgot to do a real quick one. Pat, who works in our agency,
Saying names, bro. Go
he
ahead.
wants me to say his name.
Okay.
You shut
Go
up.
ahead.
You shut up.
Fucking guy.
Pat.
Go ahead.
Hi,
Okay.
Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Pat did us a solid and sent the chief an email with the email that we put about the guy.
All right. I'll allow it. Go ahead.
So when I went up to go meet with the chief about something else, he brought that up. I thought that was really cool. He put us in for an award for this podcast. So
Put us in for a life-saving Valor award.
Yeah.
No
it was-
way, seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
did it
awesome.
on his own. I mean, he did it on his
That's
own.
Yeah, and just like
beautiful.
let us know, like, hey, you guys are saving lives. Here you go, boom.
Mhm.
Like we did this, the least we can do.
It was a good talk
He's a
with the
good
chief.
dude.
It was a good talk with the chief. Really, really
Yeah.
good
Beautiful.
talk.
They won't give it to us.
Mhm.
There's no way.
Why not?
It's
Well,
too political.
It's too.
That's a
political.
private event when they host Valor Awards. It's not through the department.
Yeah.
We're just gonna leave that. It's through our municipality where it's like a chamber of commerce thing, and you got to pay to go, and
Fuck politics.
like the news is there covering it. So it's
Cool,
like
that's great. I
yeah,
think
well,
that should be encouraged then. That
I
we're
think-
discussing
I
a
agree.
topic that nobody wants to
However,
fucking talk
everyone's all bleh, 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 when we bring this shit up. They're
Well,
like, we
the other-
want you to do this, but we really don't want you to do
The other
this.
thing is when you walk through the halls of our headquarters, it's like parting the Red Sea of commanders. It's like they just
Oh, yeah, they don't
scatter.
wanna-
They're just
They
like
don't want to give any
about. You guys are
material.
Moses.
and,
That's exactly what
and
it is.
every time
It's
I
great.
every time I talk to somebody in gold now, they're like, this conversation's completely off the record, and I go, no, it's not. Just because you say it is doesn't mean that it is. Like
Yeah.
It's never off the
it's
record. dude.
never off the record. That commander that
That's
I
what
talked
they
about
did to us
before,
for years.
for
years.
For years.
Oh, don't worry about this, bro. No,
It's off the
it's
record.
It's off
you're
the
good.
record. Yeah, don't
We
worry
talked about it. Nothing. Then here comes the write up a week later.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
sorry, bro. Those days.
But
are
it
done.
is changing the culture, though.
It is changing
it
the
is
culture.
changing
There's a
the
lot of
culture.
positive things. It's a good thing you said that because there's a sergeant, Sir Tex a lot, who put out a like a crisis management,
Mhm.
number and poster outside his office
Oh, really?
because he listened to us and said, "Hey, I think you guys are doing great things." It made me think.
Wow.
And then the other thing I had, because we did that union event, which was really when it was fucking successful, man. The outpouring support from the guys that retired that show up, and the guys that retired couldn't make were like, "Thank you guys for doing this." And recognizing the guys that survived the profession of 25, 30 plus years. But another guy who is over top of at the academy, he showed up, our EVOC track, and was like, "Bro, like I went and got all my guys' numbers that work under him to call their spouses in case there's an emergency." Like he's like, "I never thought about that." Like I would have to go through the file, but now he's like, "Give me your wife's number, or give me whatever." And so we're slowly changing it. People are listening, they're listening and they're getting those subliminal messages and they're reading in between the lines what everyone's trying to say.
The person I think that you're talking about, GS. Is it GS? No. He listens to the show. He's in charge of like training and stuff like that too. And he listens to the show and he's gotten a lot of really good ideas about how to help officers, with peer support and stuff like that. And I think the big stigma right now is that the commanders don't really understand that stifling it or not talking about it is not helping, because they're just coming to you and I. They're just coming to you and I. Like I stop in the hallway at least 3 or 4 times a week. I get stopped in the hall from officers that are like, "Hey, who are you seeing? What therapist? Different medication, stuff like that." I told this commander earlier in the episode that I was talking about, I said, the reason why they're not coming and using the resources from the department is because the department is not vulnerable. Mike and I are. We're sitting here for an hour pouring out our souls and being vulnerable. There's a trust.
Yeah, well, it's EAP. EAP is a fucking joke. It's a shit show.
It's a joke no matter where you go.
So I gotta say, I gotta speak on this because this is. They're getting there.
Well,
even though the cops are still killing themselves, but they're trying. They're trying.
Yeah. I think there's not. I just talked to a sergeant over at NYPD that does their employee
wellness or something.
It's a special unit that they have. It's like off the record. It's basically like Blue Help specifically for NYPD.
Oh, nice.
And they'll call. There's someone there 24/7, and if they want to commit suicide, they'll call. They're in crisis. Those guys will get in the car and drive to them, get them to a hospital.
That's what they need.
And it's all it's like completely just
off the radar,
off the record.
Yeah,
nobody knows. And if they go to treatment, all they get is a doctor's note that they're in treatment for this many days, and they come back. They take the supervisor, not like command or anything like that. The sergeant will take the gun and badge from them, put it in like a locker somewhere. They're not in trouble or anything like that. And then once they're mentally evaluated to come back, give it right back to them. It's like it never happened.
It's awesome.
Because we're human beings, man. People expect us to be perfect.
Yeah. I almost
ridiculous.
Want to say the NYPD needs a Ernie and Joe squad of internal Ernie and Joes that just do that for officers. It's such an epidemic over there. It's ridiculous.
It is, but so in our blessed Commonwealth, in dealing with a lot of union stuff, we have our union attorneys down lobbying for this PTSD bill that's going through the House right now, down in Richmond. And not a lot of our listeners are in the Commonwealth, but in this general area. And I talked to our executive team guy for the region who oversees us. He's our go-to guy when it comes to lobbying and all this other shit. And this guy tells me that he goes down and testifies in favor of the bill. And then the insurance companies who are our EAP are down there lobbying against the fucking bill.
Of course they are.
And I'm like, how? That's fucking corrupt.
It's a business.
But they're supposed to be in our best interest if we come to them for EAP stuff. Like,
no, they're not.
Hey, I fucked my back up, and then they send you over here to fucking Dr. Kevorkian, and they're like, boop, you're good to go. And then they don't want to spend money on a MRI. Well, they don't want to spend money on shit. They just give you physical therapy, and then they put you right back on the fucking road, and you're no use to anyone. And that the injury lingers, and it gets worse. Yes,
or you're hooked on.
And they're throwing pills in your mouth.
Yep.
And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So I was telling everybody at roll call all the way. I was like, listen, fucking call these people. Here's the numbers. Send it out an email. Contact them. Tell them to fucking pass the bill. Let's get it down on the floor for a vote, and let's make this thing fucking happen. The problem is that the bill is not going to do anything for people prior to July 1 of this year if passed.
Really?
They're fucked.
Yeah.
California just passed that law. for PTSD for law
Oh,
enforcement
yeah.
personnel.
Yeah,
It's
so
gonna be
But
we talked
everyone's
about
kind
that.
of Florida did, but you need like either 6 or 10 checks. But you have to hit these 10. If you don't hit all 6 or all 10 or whatever, then you don't get it.
Yeah,
So you have to like
it's
hit.
such an
It's
unobtainable.
yeah. It's like, come on, man.
It's crazy.
You have to be
It's
super
broad.
severe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's almost to the point where you would have never been in law enforcement if you
The-
hit all 6 or
And
10
the problem
of
with
those.
our bill is that it's incident specific. Is
Yes.
kind of how the wording is. It's not collective.
That's not cool.
That's
Yeah.
where
not
it's like
cool at all.
it's online. I think it's like it's House
And then
Bill.
that-
I don't know. I'll find it.
That makes me so mad.
Yeah.
Because there's like cumulative PTSD, which
Of course.
there's, we were just talking about this the other day. There's some doctor that did like 100 and something thousand scans on law enforcement officers.
Mike was talking about it.
Oh,
Mike was talking about it, about doing different scans.
yes.
And yeah. Matter of fact, some fan emailed me and wants to know if you have the link to that study because
Which
they want
one?
to read up on it. The one where they did the multiple scans. The
House
multiple.
Bill 438. Yep.
Yeah, I
that's
want
our
that
House Bill.
too. And I talk about it to people all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, the MRI?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please send me that.
Yep,
Because
yep.
I was talking
Yep.
to somebody about it. They're like, no freaking way. And it's
Yeah.
like,
I'm telling
It's
you,
legit. You gotta
be
we're
kidding me. How do
we're
you
working. We're with our nonprofit tagfink tagfinc.com. We are, and thank you everyone that donated. I'm going to get a list of all the names of people who've been donating. But there's I've been talking to a lot of people about doing some really good stuff when it comes to the scans and like pretty much getting ahead of PTSD, cutting it off in the beginning so it doesn't linger, especially the cumulative one.
Yeah.
So we got some really good
Yeah, we
shit
got some
coming.
good
She's
stuff
going to
coming.
be flying out here soon.
We'll have to have her on the show.
oh,
Yeah.
I'm jealous. That's so awesome.
She's
Well,
a
you just have to
fucking
come out
rock
again.
star.
What?
You just have to
Come out again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dudes. No, weren't we talking about this yesterday?
Well, we'll be in Texas soon because we're going to be on Chief Andy Harvey's show.
Yeah, Chief Harvey.
Chief.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope, dude.
His show is legit, man.
Yeah,
Is
it
it?
His show makes our show look like it's in a basement.
Yeah, I'm like, dude,
well, we
he's
are in
got
a
a
basement.
setup, dude. Like,
He's got a legit.
he was like, you guys made me think about this. Like, I'm gonna do this, and this guy got a fucking producer and shit. I'm like,
Well,
he's got like a whole thing. I'm like, damn, dude,
Well,
would you have this on standby?
what's interesting is I don't know if you know this.
He deserves it. His voice needs to be heard.
There's like 2 officers now, or 2 or 3 officers in our agency now that are starting
Podcasts. Yeah.
And very, very humbling.
Yeah,
that
good.
they're inspired that we laid down the groundwork and ruined our careers for this. I'm happy that you are. I'm happy that you are starting a podcast.
Some dude texted me the other day. He was like, "How do you get your balls in your cruiser at work, bro?" He's like, "It's amazing to me. Like, it's amazing to me. The things that you guys do and say on there, man, it's insane."
But the thing about it is that I don't think even the folks that are not in law enforcement understand the hits. Like it's finally subsided a little bit, and I think it's because something recently happened that's going to change things in our agency. You don't understand the hits because for the longest time you're not allowed to talk about this stuff. You're not allowed to talk against the agency, and we weren't talking against the agency. We were talking against the profession.
Yeah.
And we took some hits. I mean, Mike was fucking microscope on him, microscope on me, retaliation up the ass, and it's finally knock on metal. It's finally subsided. I hope.
Yeah.
Right, Michael.
We're good, man.
Yeah.
We're heading in the right direction.
Are we?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. I
There's
heard.
always gonna be
Stop looking at me like that, bro. It's weird.
I heard it's changing. Real.
We gotta wait, man. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
In due time, my brother. In
You know
due
what I
time.
like, Mike? I like a nice. I don't
Oh my
like butter
gosh,
that's
this
in
guy.
a tub. I like a butter that's like a bar, like a butter bar.
I'm sure you do.
I like a butter bar. That's what I like. Do you like the tub or the butter bar?
What was that, LT?
I almost just spit my water all over the place. That's fucking hilarious. But I know that we were all over the map on the title of this episode. We never ever follow whatever the title of the episode is, which is funny. But there was a request for talking about lateral transfers. The advice that I can give you as a lateral, I've seen a lot of people come laterally over to our agency. You need to stay humble. You do have to realize that even if you come with 10 or 15 years of experience and you come to a new department, you are the new guy.
Mm-hmm.
You need to relearn the new policy. You have to be humble. You have to. There's a bit of politics when it comes into laterally transferring. You may know a lot, but you still have to reprove yourself all over again. And it sucks that you have to do that, but that's the choice that you made, which was to go from an agency where you had seniority to go over to a place where you don't have any seniority. And some of my best friends are lateral transfers in our agency, and they're the most humble dudes. They're the most humble guys that are like, hey, listen, I know I got 15 years of experience here, but in reality, my badge number is so high, I'm a new guy. I don't get the vacation picks right away. I don't get new cruisers, all these different things, but they're humble. It's the ones that come over that have a huge chip on their shoulder, and they're like, don't call me a new person. I've been a cop for 15 years. That's never going to get you anywhere in a new agency.
No,
just be humble. I mean, that's with everything, right?
Yeah, I agree, man.
Yeah. I mean, that's my advice to you, the folks that email me about that.
I feel like that's even within your own agency when you go to a new unit or you go somewhere else. Like I've transferred, and aren't you a department whore?
Marines
as well,
right?
everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
everywhere.
You just gotta,
Just bounced around.
Exactly.
Find what it is.
You're the new guy. You're there for a few years.
prove
You move
yourself.
up the ranks.
Shut. That's
and then-
it.
Prove yourself. I mean,
Exactly.
and I think that's the issue now with the and I don't mean to pick on you because you're a baby, but the younger generation, which is that they don't feel like they have to prove themselves. Like they're like, I got the job. That's enough that I need to prove. And that's not the case.
It's not the case at all.
I was just having this discussion with one of my fellow coworkers, and I was like, I've been on the job for 15 years, and there's still stuff that I don't know how to do. And I'm humble enough to go to somebody and be like, hey, how the fuck do I do this? Because I don't know how to do it.
I think the thing with laterals, the major takeaway is like, if you're going to go to that other agency, don't just let it be for the money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Look at everything and actually do a ride along with those guys,
Mm-hmm.
and then really see what's going on and have those honest conversations in the cruiser to see if it's worth jumping for $5,000 or whatever you think it is.
Yeah.
Like, don't just do it for a fucking take home car.
Yeah. And if you're going to come to our agency, do a ride along with Mike. That'll definitely change your opinion.
As long as you talk.
Yeah, just make sure you're a talker.
Exactly. That's it, bro. Don't just stare at me like,
hey, what'd you do over your last 2 days off?
Yep.
I don't know.
Stuff.
What are you doing this weekend?
Oh.
I don't know.
Oh,
the thing is, it's like
a lot of fucking questions.
it's not just like I'm like,
damn.
What are you, a cop?
Yeah, you guys fucking cops.
exactly, dude. Exactly. Dude,
Oh,
Hey,
brutal,
you
man.
want to do a traffic stop? I don't know. You want to do a subject stop? I don't know.
I'm like,
What do you want to do today? I
Um,
don't know. You want to get something to eat?
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, that he said, yeah. He's
Yeah,
like,
of course
I
he
can
did.
eat.
Yeah.
Especially
I
with
was like,
you.
all right, let's go, dude.
You showed them all
Hey,
the
man,
good spots.
I'm like Don Juan when I go. They're like, "Yay, Officer Mike!"
here's the
yeah,
thing.
right here, table up front.
Here's the thing. Every time you call me while you're on duty, you're picking up a food order. Like
That's
every
not
time.
true,
You
bro.
do because you're like
Stop.
you have your
This
earpods
guy.
in and you're like, hold on one second.
I don't
Nick.
fucking wear earpods at work. Don't you
Yes,
ever
you do.
say that? No,
Or you have your
It's a
phone up to
fucking
your ear.
lie.
Okay,
I don't.
And you go like this. Hold on one
Phone
second.
up to my ear, maybe.
And you go, hold on one second, Nick.
That's when I'm off.
Picking up
dick.
from Mike. Yeah, 3 bags. Yeah,
Oh, this guy.
17:45. Here you go. Yeah, you have a good day too. Hey, Nick, you there? Yeah, Mike. Yeah, bro. So,
Dude,
fucking-
he's got like 7 mouths
I
to
will
feed.
fucking destroy
that's
you,
for just
bro.
him, Elizabeth. He's on duty. I could hear the fucking radio squawking, and I'm like, "Are you on a call for service right now?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "What is it?"
Really, bro?
It's a dog.
You gonna do me like that on the show?
Dog barking? You
Dog
guys
barking.
go to
I'm
stuff
telling
for
you,
dog barking?
Don't get me started. We
Oh
do.
my
We do.
god! I think the
You
best.
better
one
take
ever.
that back, or I will fucking snipe you, bro. Don't make me do you dirty on this show.
Dude, you don't even have to. You don't even have to do it. You can ask him to do it.
Exactly.
That was his job.
He's staying at my house though.
Yeah.
I'm watching you, buddy.
That's the way
I ask about your side and what you do at work.
Motherfucker, I always I
uh-huh.
work my ass off.
You don't do shit.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they
Okay.
told me about you.
Yeah?
Parking lot pirate.
Okay.
King Steve.
Fuck you.
I got a crown for you.
Steve Bag.
Fucking Steve. Anyway.
All right. Well,
we're not shutting this down, are we?
Yeah, bro.
Ooh, man.
You
Flew by.
I know it did. It flew by like the coronavirus.
It did. What are you taking us out on?
Oh, this is what I'm going to do. I'll make it big.
Yeah.
This album is dedicated
Mm.
to all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was
All right,
hustling
folks.
from, that called the police on me when I was just trying to make
We're
some
going to wrap
money
up
to
this
feed my daughter.
episode.
And all
Check
the
out
niggas in the struggle,
bluehelp.org,
you know what I'm saying?
tagfink.com. Email me at nick@rollcallroom.com, mike@rollcallroom.com. Go on our website. We got some merch. Helps the show keep on going. We're on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Like and share, share and like. Go on iTunes. So far, we have 108 reviews. 108. Thank you so much. Make sure you leave a 5-star and a comment. Don't just leave 5 stars. All right, folks, take care of each other. And as always, Mike is a Steve.
Be safe. Live your legacy.
Bye, guys.
King Steve.
I'm blowing up like you thought I would. Call a crib, same number, same hood. It's all good.
The Roll Call Room podcast would like to pay tribute to the following officers. Joseph Bullock, trooper. Joseph Bullock was shot and killed when he encountered a disabled vehicle on I-95 north of the interstate rest area in Martin County. He stopped to assist what he believed to be a disabled motorist at about 10:15 in the morning. One of the occupants of the vehicle fatally shot him as he approached. A Riviera Beach police officer who happened to be driving past the scene shot and killed the suspect. Trooper Bullock was a U.S. Air Force veteran and had served in the Florida Highway Patrol for 19 years. He is survived by his parents and 2 sisters. His tour was 19 years. Next officer we'd like to pay our respects to is Officer Philip High, who passed away on January 14, 2020 at the age of 53 with after 19 years of service. Officer High, who we call PH, came to HPD as a lateral officer from Ocean Shores Police Department on February 1st, 2010. Prior to working for OSPD, PH was a corrections officer for the State Department of Corrections. In his 10 years with HPD, Officer High was an outstanding patrol officer who acted with diligence, respect, and compassion. PH was unflappable and never seemed to come across a person or a situation he could not de-escalate or find some sort of common ground with a productive solution. Officer High was a quiet and private person, but often showed his dry sense of humor and quick wit when least expected. In addition to his patrol duties, where he preferred to work nights, Officer High was also designated field training officer, arson investigator, negotiator, and a regional crisis response team and member of the department's collision investigations team. As if these duties were not enough, Officer High also volunteered to be our department accreditation manager. Under PH's leadership, determination, and ability, he was able to organize a department policy, procedures, proof of practices to meet or exceed the 146 accreditation standards as set forth by the Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs. At this time, we pay our respect to him, and Officer High took his own life. In doing that, he leaves behind his family. We honor him, and we keep his memory going. These statistics were supplied by bluehelp.org. Please check them out.